camera. We're rolling, boys. We're absolutely rolling.
Rolling.
So we are. Do you like my little mic here? This is the most ghetto setup right now. So boys, we're back in my car filming a podcast with obviously the Canadian Diver Matt.
Hey, let's get it.
My OG fan, subscriber,
number
and
one,
best friend, I would say.
Let's go.
Quite the introduction, even though we've already done one of these already.
Yeah, no, plenty of times.
So yeah, we're in my car because Matt just moved into his place. I just came up for the day, and we're like...
There's no room in my house, guys. I went from living with 3 people and 1 pet to living with 3 people and 2 dogs, 3 cats, 2 birds to come, 6 people in total. We don't have a basement right now.
Yeah.
My sister actually isn't even living out with us right now because we legit don't have room for her in the house.
To
She's
stay?
with my mom, yeah.
Oh my god.
So she's been with my mom for like almost a month now. But
oh my god, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get a hold of everything, but...
And if you guys can tell, it's currently, 28 degrees outside?
It's up there. Yeah,
You're wearing black, I'm wearing gray, I'm in pants.
Yeah,
Matt's actually
black,
in shorts.
I'm repping that Raptors.
Shout
Let's
out.
go 2019
2019 champs. I remember reading like an interesting fact. It was like, so the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup in hockey. And
I know what you're about to talk about, but
yeah,
yes.
They had the most Canadian players on an American team. And they won it obviously in an American city. And then in Canada, the Toronto Raptors won with the most American players in a Canadian city. And I just thought that was so funny. Like, what? How does that even work?
No, it's that. And definitely for sure, another thing that I've heard about is that, like, every 23 years, Canada wins some sort of, like, major sporting trophy, I believe is what it was. Because, like, there was this one from, obviously, basketball. And then 23 years ago...
Was it
I think
baseball?
it was...
Was it Blue Jays?
Oh, no, actually, maybe it's not 23 years. Maybe it's something else. I'm thinking of something. I think it's a different time, but it definitely was the Blue Jays before that, and then it was the Stanley Cup before that one, I believe.
Oh, yo, I'm getting goosebumps.
Like
That's actually true.
3. It was like, there's like a good segment, like each one has around the same time frame.
I think so. I mean, people are going to correct me in the comments. So I think the Blue Jays won in 88 or 89. Or it was early 90s, I don't know. I know the Stanley Cup for Montreal is 1993.
Yeah.
And then Toronto FC won recently. Didn't they win a couple years ago? Or was it like last year? The soccer team.
What was it? Oh, no, I didn't count soccer in the...
Oh.
Sorry, soccer fans. It's not a major sport.
Yeah, it's not, yeah. Or for all your Europeans, football. Shout out all my European fans.
I guess that's proper, yeah. Football. American soccer.
He.
Yo, you want to go play some soccer?
Soccer, boys. All right, so let's get into...
Okay, we'll actually get into...
Yeah, let's actually get into the shit we want to talk about.
For sure.
So I'll just tell you about my crazy day, because we were supposed to start filming at 11, and now it's 10 after 12.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of reasons for that. I'm so sorry. I hate being late, but... So this morning, I have a lot of European fans. Sorry if you hear trucks going by. We're literally on the side of the road.
Right there. We see all the traffic right now. We'll see everyone looking. What the heck are those guys?
Yeah, what the hell? He's filming a podcast? What is that, like a dildo he has on his hand? There's a lot of construction as well. So this morning, I was supposed to film a podcast with one of my fans from Argentina. Shout out Camila. Shout out. I was supposed to do that this morning, but I didn't have anything planned because last night I worked super late. I didn't really work super late. I worked till 10. And then Kira, shout out Kira. She watched my videos, been an OG fan. She's like, oh, yeah. She came into my store. She was like, hey, we'll come over. We'll catch up. I'm like, all right, dope. So I did that. And then I got to bed at 1 because I was literally over there for so long. Well, this guy's turning into his driveway. And he's like, oh, no, he's turning around. Okay, good. Thought he was like, why is this guy in my driveway?
Parked backwards. What are they doing? Are they trying to rob me?
Yeah, with a podcast mic. So anyways, that's what happened there. And then I was supposed to film with her at 9 o'clock this morning. And it's a time difference. She lives in Argentina, right? So it's like an hour time difference.
Yep.
And I was going to do that, but I didn't have anything planned. So I was like really nervous. And I don't really get nervous for podcasts. And I've only talked to her for, I guess when this comes out, I've only talked to her for a few weeks.
Fair enough.
Right? So she's super dope. But then I called her and I was like, yeah, I just want to let you know I'm super nervous. Or not nervous, but kind of nervous about it. But I was like, all right, I don't really have anything planned, so I just called her, and then we just literally talked for half an hour.
You have an Argentinian?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Argentinian?
What, Argentinian fan?
Yeah. Camila, type in the comments.
A fan from Argentina.
Right. And Morocco/Korea. A lot from like England as well. Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of dope.
He's going viral.
I'm going viral, man. Yeah, we're at,
All over
as
the
we're
world.
filming this, we're at what, 697?
We're at. I kind of want to get Social Blade up, to be honest with you, just to see the actual thing. We might
Yo,
hit,
if
we
get
might
a
hit
live-
700 in the middle of this podcast. I'll keep it up. I'll refresh it and stuff.
You
like
just
that,
like
but-
I'll put a screenshot
yeah,
or whatever.
well,
Like, just,
I'll screenshot it if it happens, and I'll
like
send it to
literally
you.
in the middle. But yeah, no. So that's what happened this morning, and then I was leaving. I was supposed to leave at 10:30. It takes about half an hour to get to Matt's, and then I literally just left my place, and Mom's like, "Oh, Zach, can you leave something on the porch for me?" And I'm like, "Okay." So then I was like 10 minutes away, so I drive 10 minutes back to my house, drive back, put the thing on the porch, drive back, and then I drive 15 minutes, and then I realized I forgot my freaking camera. So it was like balls. And then I drive back, and I tell Matt, I just hit the mic, but sorry. I drive back, and yeah, that's what kind of happened this morning. So I was rushing around. And
So yeah, we're chilling at
we had 698, eh?
right now. I don't know. That's not focusing. That's fine. It is
Oh, yeah.
698.
I don't have it on manual or
That's
autofocus because it's just so much easier.
That's true.
So yeah, that was this morning. And anyways, enough about me. Matt, you went to L.A.
Yeah, I went to LA.
Big city, Los Angeles.
I went to LA during the big earthquake times.
Cali. Wait, what?
The big earthquake times.
Did you get an earthquake?
Yeah.
Really?
There
All
were,
right, man,
there were
take it
four
away.
of them while I was down there.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. It was wild. So yeah, no, I went to LA recently at the beginning of July. It's August now, so that's how much time obviously has gone by since then. But no, yeah, so it was a good trip overall. The first day I remember I woke up to go get ready. I was like up at like 8 o'clock in the morning to go get picked up by my buddy, and he was driving us down to the Toronto airport. It was me, Josh, Aaron, and then him. It's
Yeah.
actually you remember Ruben from NGP and stuff like that, guy with the mustache or
Oh,
whatever?
dude, big afro?
Yeah,
Hell
Aaron and him
Ruben's
actually
dope.
hang out a lot, so he came with us to LA.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
So so we drove to Toronto, we got there, and I think the flight left at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got there
Okay.
at like 12ish, 1ish, so we were like
Alright.
at our gate for a while, just chilling. We met up with a couple people actually, apparently, that Ruben knew, which was pretty cool, and they were going to LA as well in the same flight as us.
Oh, wow.
So we kind of hung out with them, and I got to know them a little bit. They're like 3 years older than you and me,
Okay.
but they were pretty cool. I'm trying to remember all the stuff that happened. So yeah. First flight was about 4-ish hours going straight to Vancouver. So
So you guys did the dual, like you did the dual flight, like you
So
went
so
there.
we went to Vancouver first, and then we went to the LA afterwards.
LAX.
But LAX, yeah.
Cool, man.
Sorry, I just had to burp there. Excuse me.
Yeah, I told Matt, I was like, yo, we have cream soda and Pepsi.
Cream soda, Pepsi.
Probably
let's
the worst
go.
thing you can drink.
Yeah, and then
is
you'll
just burp everywhere.
burp
on the podcast.
in the middle of everything. But no, so yeah. So we went to Vancouver. Got there. We were in Vancouver for the layover, I think, for about 2 hours before our flight left again. So in Vancouver, the one thing I got to do was I was able to go to the Burger King in the line or in the airport.
God. You and
It
your
was in
Burger
our
King.
gate.
You
No,
and your
I'm
Burger
being
King.
honest here. It was the only thing in our gate for food, but it had the longest lineup. So I was there for about 30 minutes waiting for Burger King because I needed to eat something because it was like
Hopefully it was worth it.
it would have been. I think it would have been about 6 p.m. Vancouver time, which would have been like 8 or 9 hour time.
I think it's, they're 3 hour difference,
Yeah.
right? 3 hour
So it's like,
behind.
yeah, it's 3 or 4 hours for sure. 3. It's definitely 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was in line for Burger King in the airport in Vancouver for 30 minutes, and then I ordered onion rings. I remember they gave me fries, and then I was like, I'm not gonna go up and ask for onion rings. 'cause, like,
excuse me?
at this point, what? I'm gonna wait 30 minutes to go back in line, back up front. Hey, you
not
guys
even
didn't give
worth
me
it.
my onion rings. Miss my flight to LA for onion rings. Like,
Yeah,
no, thank you.
it's not even worth it.
But one thing actually about the airplanes now, I don't know about if you know this or not, because I don't know if you've been on one since Vimy, but
Yeah, I don't know.
they have Wi-Fi.
Like free?
Well, not free.
Oh, you have to pay? Yeah.
You have to pay, but like
that was
they
on
have
our, that was
do
on
they?
our Vimy trip, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, I remember like flicking on the good old Wi-Fi
Oh.
symbol and seeing it. Well, because I
I
remember.
never remember this. I guess I
Yeah.
didn't have data or anything, or no, I didn't have any way to pay for anything online.
Oh,
So
I
that's
didn't buy
probably
it. Hell no, that shit was like $30.
I didn't know. Yeah, no, it's still $30. It's like
Oh.
23, but like it was okay. I got to watch YouTube going back from LA, but I didn't go into LA for it because it was a 2-hour flight from Vancouver to LA. I wasn't gonna spend $30 for 2 hours of internet. It's not worth it.
No, hell no.
So we ended up getting in LA at about 11 p.m. I think.
Damn.
So
Is that when you made your first story?
that's roughly, when I had like the
Okay.
view or whatever it was.
Yeah, because I thought you were in Toronto. I was like,
Nah.
yo, buddy's in the 6. And he's
Nah,
like,
nope.
no, man, I'm in LA.
LA.
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, it was a pretty spontaneous trip. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of came out of nowhere just like that. But no, so it was cool. So we got there at 11. We picked up our bags from the airport, and Ruben had one of the drivers or whatever to pick us up, like a limo type thing. It was actually really, really, really fancy.
Oh, wow.
So he picked us up, and he was I don't remember where he was, but he was a foreigner from some Middle Eastern country. I can't remember what he said, but he was like really interested in getting to know us because he'd only been living in LA for a little bit, just doing like the driver's work stuff.
Right.
And he'd never been to Canada or anything, so he didn't know
Oh.
like our culture and stuff like that. So we were like telling him cool things about Canada and like the fact that we don't live in igloos and things like that.
Oh, my.
You know.
Like, oh, I love that. I love that stereotype.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Meanwhile,
you guys don't
30
hunt for fur and, like...
You guys don't have pet polar bears?
Yeah. You guys don't
no.
hunt for fucking polar... Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty hard to have the polar bear, when it's 30 degrees out. When it's hotter, I said this earlier, but when it's hotter in Canada than it is in Florida, there's a problem.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It was actually, you know what, one thing I want to say?
Yeah.
Canada, coming back to Canada when I got back from my LA trip,
Yeah.
it was hotter in Canada than it was in LA. The humidity in Canada is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
There's absolutely none in LA, so much more here. Like, there's a physical difference, you can feel it,
Right.
100%.
Right.
But
I think humidity is the worst, too, because
it's
like...
terrible.
It's that steaming, like, hot where you're, like, sweating more. Like, you can tell, like, oh, yeah, it's so hot.
Everything
I'm gonna wear
sticks to
shorts.
you.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like
that's
a sticky,
it's
awful.
It's annoying. It's like I can...
Yeah.
And then my hand stuck to my leg.
You're like,
you guys
oh.
didn't see that.
You're
but,
like, dope, I got tree sap on my hand. you know?
yeah, it's like, gee. But no, yeah. So we got picked up from the airport. We told the guy a little bit about it. We were talking about our trip. We wanted to go to a whole bunch of food places for sure. Like, I wanted to do local dining mixed with, like, the exclusive, like, American stuff like Chick-fil-A right now, at least.
Ooh,
or, like,
yeah,
for Ontario-wise, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And then there was... I had like a couple of burger places as well that Aaron had last year when he went. He had Fat Burger and like Smash Burger or something like that. Those are two really good ones.
Fat Burger and Smash Burger? Okay.
Fat Burger and Smash Burger, yeah. They're okay. Like, I didn't really like them too much. Like Chick-fil-A though. Chick-fil-A is so good.
So what kind of stuff do they have there? Like chicken
So
nuggets
the ones I think on the menu, it's either they had like these chicken strips type things or like chicken sandwich things that are similar to like maybe like a McChicken, like Popeyes kind of stuff.
So it's, I would say
Popeyes,
like
McDonald's
mixed
mixture.
between what, like KFC and then all the good stuff,
KFC,
all the good chicken stuff at McDonald's and stuff.
Popeyes and McDonald's
Popeyes,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, I would see that. But the thing that was crazy though is like, we walked in at like 12 o'clock the one day that we went to Chick-fil-A, and the lineup was like out the door. Like, it was insane. Like everyone's grandmother, grandfather, mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, they were all at Chick-fil-A that day.
All wanted to go.
Oh yeah, one thing I want to mention. If you actually don't know, I was there for Independence Day, so it was already on top of that. Everyone was doing everything, going crazy. The city was insane.
Yeah.
Busy. But yeah, so I was in line for Chick-fil-A for about 30 minutes, and we sat down to eat our food for a little bit. And in the middle of the rush, I didn't know this about Chick-fil-A, but in the middle of the rush, a guy just came up to, like, a worker came up to me. He was like, oh, how's the food tasting here, guys? You want, like, refills on your drinks or whatever? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
So he, like, took my stuff to the fountain machine, gave me refills and stuff like that. I was like,
That's kinda
I've never
sick.
seen that in, like, because it's not a sit-down restaurant. It's, like, a fast food sort of style McDonald's, like, your typical McDonald's type thing.
Right.
But, like, the customer service was insane because that was happening in the middle of, like, there's at least 30 people in line right now. And I'm like, there's no way this guy has any time to do anything. And I'm like,
he's
I was just like,
rushing back
wow.
and forth.
I was impressed. I was like, when he came back with my drink, I thanked him and I said I really appreciated the customer service because, like, I've never been to Chick-fil-A before.
Yeah.
And that was impressive
it's
for
totally
me.
different.
As a server myself, I'm like, props to that guy.
Yeah.
But
When people go the extra mile, I feel like it's good too.
for sure. It's always a good thing. Always a good thing. But yeah, what else happened in LA? There was the earthquakes. I could talk about those.
Yeah, man.
So I remember that day actually really, really well because it was Saturday, and Aaron and Ruben were out of the hotel doing their own thing. I think at the time, Josh and I stopped back to go use the bathroom and kind of just take a chill for a minute.
Yeah.
Because we were out all morning. And so We were playing Mario, actually. Funny enough, just in the hotel. I had my Switch set up with a TV and things like that.
Your Switch?
Switches on airplanes, so much fun.
Yeah.
We had I think Ruben brought his Switch and I brought my Switch, and they were sitting in front of me, and we connected and played Smash 4-man Smash. Whole time, 4 hours, fantastic.
Yo, we gotta do a video. We still have to do a video.
I'm still down.
I was gonna say I have this package back here. I'm not gonna show you my address and shit, but we literally plan to do a Mario
in February.
That long ago?
That's when we had started talking about it.
Oh my God.
We started talking about it in February. Then eventually we got to the point of where we actually ordered what we needed.
And it's been sitting on my desk.
And then it's been like 2 months since then. Because every time we try to do it, something comes up, and I have like a work day that I get called into to go do or something, or like.
I'm gonna check and see if this has a date on it. I don't even know if it has like an actual like date that it got shipped. I don't think so.
Here, like cover it down and bring it up here and then see.
Yeah.
There might be.
I just want to show you guys my address. No idea. It was definitely more than 3 months ago, I would say.
It was a while. It was at least 2 months ago. I can tell you that much. Because I remember I gave you the money for this to order. Well, so I can't order things off Amazon because I don't have a credit card yet, which is the dumbest thing ever. I have PayPal still. PayPal doesn't get accepted in Amazon. So I had to transfer money to Zach in order for Zach to
use my credit
use
card.
This thing to get the Amazon to his house, and then we had to pick it up afterwards. But this, I know, I gave you the money, I think 2 weeks before I went to LA, because I remember I was like iffy on money back then, because I was like, should I buy it now, should I not, because I need money for LA, obviously.
Yeah, this thing was like
fine.
So what we're talking about, it's like a recording device to record TV and video. I don't really know.
So it's basically like it's a capture card. So what it does is it's used to record things like the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, things like that, non-computer games, because computers have their own softwares that they can use for free.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use this to record some Switch stuff for Mario and things like that a while back. This was an idea a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's now August, school's starting soon, and we're gonna
got a month, man.
We're gonna try. We're gonna give it a go at some point. But
we should definitely do it next week, because I do have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off.
I'd like to say I have Monday off, but then again, I thought I had Monday off this week too, and then what do you know? Buddy works 12 to 9. So... Dude,
we should talk about that. Your work's like you're just...
Well, okay, yeah. So
it's nuts.
I'll say, I'm fine saying it. I work right now at a wok box, which is like, it's...
Like a Thai food?
It's Vietnamese sort of food. Okay. Like, it's a noodle thing. It's Vietnamese, Indian. It has like a whole bunch of mixtures, actually. I
didn't know that.
Have... obviously normal things like crispy chicken as well if you don't want to go like crazy with your food.
Crazy ethnic.
Yeah. But no, so I've been working there now for about a year and 2 months, I think is what it is. So I've had my good time there. But like I've become probably one of the best workers there, if not the most all around worker there for
like
sure.
Kawhi.
So yeah, I'm basically Kawhi. I'm the best at offense and defense. No, it's actually if you think about it in the customer service way of offense being able to sell things to customer and defense being able to
like actually make it and shit.
Well, I was gonna say defense is more so playing when a customer has an issue with their food or something, being able to handle that. Yeah. So I'm actually really good at both of those things. So I could technically be the best offensive and defensive player on the Walk Box team, but we won't get on that. But no, so
it's just funny to me, like
I'm just like thinking in my mind about like, would you like to combo your spring rolls? Like shoot it up for a 3.
Just using like sports terms to describe fast food.
Dagger.
Yeah.
Ting ting ting.
For 3. Oh, would you like to make that a combo?
No. So anyway, back onto that. So yeah. So we as is right now, we never really have had many employees at Walkbox. I think we're down to 10 now, unfortunately. Again, it fluctuates from 9 to like 13, 14 maybe.
People come in and out, right?
People come and go. We have high school students. They come in and go as well. Mm-hmm. But no, I've progressed through my ranks there, and now I'm being trained right now as a manager. So I'm getting my keys actually to the Walk Box.
Yo, that's sick.
Either next week or the week after. And then I'm going to be working even more than I already do now. Because nowadays, right now, I'm averaging about maybe 36 to 38 hours a week. And then once I get my manager job and I'm actually like closing down the entire restaurant or like opening up the entire restaurant in the morning or really night, I'll either be leaving work at like 12 or like 12:30 at midnight.
Is that when
like
you guys
AM.
close?
We close at 11, but the
Oh,
manager stuff will take
Stay,
longer to actually count everything. He's going to count out the till and everything like that, balance everything out.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of extra work, but I get a good raise from it as well. And it's also really nice to have just in general on like a resume type thing to say
You're
like,
a
hey, I'm
manager
not
for-
just like a fast food employee. Like I actually had responsibilities and like a discipline to do well at my job and things like that. But
Yeah, man.
no, it's been a really cool job. I love a lot of the people that I work with. AJ doesn't work there anymore, but
Oh, did you leave?
yeah, he left a little while ago. But it was cool working with one of my buddies for a long time. He actually got me the job, so shout out to AJ for
Shout out AJ.
giving me the job. And then now I'm all the way here. I'm living good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be full-time for too much longer, though, because I'm going to be going back to school in September. I'll be back in UOIT.
Yes, my
Yeah.
guy. Yes. Yeah, man.
Part
Well, I
of the
think.
commerce program, actually.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Dude, good for you, man. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you. I
Yeah.
think, I know me and Matty were talking about that. I'm like, I want to help out Matt because I know he's like working a lot, but I think what you want to do, because you went for Brock for a year.
Yeah, I went to
And
Brock
then-
for a year.
But I think you needed the year to
well,
collect your.
like if I'm being
'cause
honest with you,
you're going through some stuff. I'll be
yeah,
honest.
no, I've matured so much in like the last year, specifically the last like 3 to 4 months, just from just learning the responsibilities of having a job and working constantly that I didn't have really previously.
Well, I don't think you had it. Did you have a job in high school? I don't know.
I did, but it wasn't a regular type of job because I had the one in
remember
grade 9. I used to work at that shirt punch and nerd block, which was that warehouse thing that I did for a while.
Oh, I didn't even know
yeah,
that.
so
I had no idea.
No worries. So
Yeah.
what it was like the bring your kid to work day in grade 9. I had my mom worked at this like box subscription thing. Like if you know Loot Crate, for example, that was one of the big competitors back then.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you'd pay $10 a month. They ship you some cool collectibles or whatever nerd stuff.
Shout out.
And then they also had shirts, and I was part of the mainly the shirt people. But so I was folding shirts all the time. But
Nice.
it was like a summer job because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
one of those 9 to 4s.
Yeah.
So I couldn't obviously do that with school.
Yeah.
So then from eventually I stopped, I think, going to that job in about grade 11 or so. And then grade 12, I didn't have a job throughout high school, but then I had my Wendy's thing for like 3 months afterwards in
Oh
between.
yeah. I remember.
And then I went to Brock, and I didn't have a job at Brock. And so I only really realistically had about 3 or 4 months of real life work experience. I don't count Shirt Punch because I had my mom that gave me my job.
Yeah.
So it's like...
the one that you went out and you
Yeah, the one that I went out and I did myself, and no one knew my mom.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah. So
Yeah.
that one was 3 months, and the walk box one was a year and a bit. But now, after the year and a bit, I can probably handle school fine again.
Yeah, man.
We'll see what happens, though.
I know getting back into the grooves, I think it's going to be tough for you,
biggest,
right?
Yeah, the biggest thing, and I've been trying to get, I've been trying to actually just like do research on whatever type of thing just at home to get my mindset back into the things and like
Yeah.
focusing, because like I haven't been in school now for a year. And a bit,
Yeah.
a year and a little bit, year and
Yeah.
4 months probably. So it'll be different. I don't remember a lot of the things that I used to know.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I remember like you when we were in high school, like you took the enriched courses and stuff like that. I was like,
No, I did
fuck,
enriched
dude.
math. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was pretty good in high school. I got enriched math. I finished with honors. I was a Ontario scholar. I had say what you want to say. I had the drama award. I had the actor in residence award.
He's only saying that because we used to toast him for being in the plays and stuff. No, you were good.
Yeah,
man. You were
no,
good.
it's all cool. But no, I was like, I can accomplish a lot, and I know that I can. So like, I'm in that mindset of like, be the best you that you can be type thing, and so
Yeah.
I've been living off of that for the last 4 months, and I'm pretty proud of where I've been and where I
gonna
am
be.
now, actually,
Yeah.
yeah, and where I will be. Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
what I was saying to Matt, I was like, you know what? Obviously, I go to UIT, and I'm going into my 3rd year now. And I mean, I can help you out with literally all of the first year courses that you're going to take, and I can tell you know what to take and kind of how to do everything. And
Yeah,
'cause-
no, I appreciate that. If we could actually, before school starts, one day, like whatever time, if you have off, I
Yeah.
need to know. I mean, this is a side conversation.
Yeah,
but
I
I
was
need to
gonna
know like where everything is on campus because I haven't been to the UIT campus. Or
Oh, yeah, I
whatever
can
at
take you a
all, so if
tour.
you can take me for like a tour or something cool,
Hell yeah,
I'd
dude.
be super appreciative of that. But
Well, what I'm going to do as well. Oh no, shit. Okay, so I was gonna say there's a guy at my work who goes to UIT and he's just starting, but I just realized he's in nuclear engineering, so he's not exactly in our course per se, but he is going to first year. But no, he's kind of a cool guy. But yeah, dude, I can show you around for sure. And there's actually, I want to work at UIT so bad.
Yeah.
Like there's tours. I just want to work in one of the offices. Like there's like tour guides. There's like open positions there. I'm like, maybe I could start there. Or like, yeah, I just, one of the offices, like doing simple office work, because I'm ready for the next step. I've done my like 5 years in retail now, and I'm ready for the next step, boys.
He wants to give back to the community.
I want to give back to the
UIT community.
Definitely. Yeah, I owe a lot to the school and obviously all the amazing people that I've met there. But yeah, man. What were we talking about? I don't even remember.
I mean, I just thought of a funny story that I actually could bring up from elementary school. Do you remember when this was when you and me actually were starting to get like super super close, and we were in like that little like desk area with like you, me. I think it was like Kaylee was in the thing, and Alex still.
Yeah.
So it was like that time of period.
Yeah.
I remember when we were like 13 years old. We were like.
Which is crazy to think. Sidetrack.
It's
6
really
years
old.
ago, bro.
It's really, yeah. No, I'm like, 6 years has not felt like it's gone by. I'll say that much. But no, I remember because I sat down with Zach and we were talking about beer for some reason. And I was like, yo, Zach.
I don't remember this.
We should have our first beer together when we turn 19.
Oh,
I remember that. I was like,
yes.
I was such a young little boy. I was so cute back then. I was like, yeah, let's have our first beer together.
We're going to have a sip of beer together.
Yeah, let's go. It was just like something I just thought of just now. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny.
I don't think we've drank together, too.
I don't think so, because every time that I've gone and had like a beer or something at
we
Wings,
haven't
you've been the driver. So
I've been DDing, right?
Yeah, that's true. No, we actually haven't, to be honest with you.
We should go
That's
out.
actually wild.
6 years, bro.
I haven't actually taken this in, but we've never had a drink together, and we've been buddies for like 6-7 years now. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, we've only been 19 for a year and a bit. Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, we're 28. Just going on 30.
Yeah, we were in elementary school when we were 22.
Yeah,
we got held back a little bit, but it's okay. Just a little bit.
22 we're in elementary school.
22 and I got my 8th grade graduation, guys. Let's go.
Oh my god. Hopefully there's not anyone like that, but we should go.
I
went out to. I finished summer school. I was in summer school.
Oh
for
yeah,
a
that's
bit.
true, right? Yeah.
It's getting all the electives out of the way, so I finished on August 10th. So this is the 13th as we're recording it, but it's definitely not going to come out on the 13th. I'm so sorry, guys. Do I film my videos ahead? Of course I do. And I
hope you guys have a good Christmas, by the way. hope you guys are enjoying the new year.
Yo, 2022, when this comes out, it's going to be sick. It's going to be like out of date. Like my camera's going to be like so out of date.
Yeah, it's just like, you have a Canon?
He's still shooting in 4K? We're doing 18K now.
Bro.
Sounds like a carat. Like, isn't that a carat of diamond? 18 carat?
Oh, yeah, 18 karat diamond. Yeah, no, that's a thing.
But, I went out to this bar in Whitby, like not too far away from us, and had some rum and cokes and some beers, and it was good. Stopped at my buddy Dawson's house, and it was a good night. It was a good night. It was basically everyone from our kind of university kind of group. Went out to just dancing a bit. It was a really good night though. I definitely needed that for sure.
Yeah.
I literally finished my final at 5 o'clock, or no, like 7 o'clock, and then came home, had dinner, and then met up with them at like 9:30, 10, pre-gamed, and then Ubered, and yeah.
A nice little grasshopper chilling there.
Wait, let me go. I'll put the video in here. I remember I said that for the other podcast, and I didn't put any videos of anything, but we'll put this one in. Yeah, shout out this grasshopper right here.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
He jumped off.
Oh, he just jumped up as I went to the camera.
I saw him jump there. He was just like, whoop, they gone.
He just, nope. But yeah, no, I think I definitely need it. But we should go for a drink soon.
No, for sure. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Because we haven't ever. And that's like,
even if it's just like
unacceptable.
It's very unacceptable. Even if it's just like a low-key bar, like we don't need to go out to a club or
I'd be down anytime. As long as I'm not, working 46 hours a week.
Yeah. Well, even if we go out, it would probably be like later anyways, because I finished.
I
finished at 10 anyways, right? But no, okay, so I'm just remembering all the things. So now I guess we'll switch over to me. So
yeah, sure.
A bunch of shit like I have been doing and just like interesting stuff. So obviously I said I'm a huge hockey fan. St. Louis Blues, they won the Stanley Cup. There's a guy on the team. I've made so many goddamn videos about this guy. He probably thinks I'm an absolute stalker.
Yeah, no, I bet I already know who you're talking about.
Vince Dunn.
Yep.
Lindsay, Ontario is a Stanley Cup champion. Yep. And I already posted the video. But I went to go see him. But I want to tell you the lengthy story about that.
Sure, go for it.
Because I made the video 4 minutes and 20 seconds. which I didn't mean to do on purpose, but I had
That's funny.
I had the pieces together, and I'm like, just ended it on 420. I was like, hell yeah. But I'll tell you the extended story about that. So I worked with a girl. I said this in the video. I worked with a girl whose son's best friend was Vince Dunn. They went to school together and whatever in my local town, and she's like, oh yeah, like when they come to Lindsay, because he's from Lindsay, I'll make sure to tell you, because what they do, if you guys don't know, when they win the Stanley Cup, every player, coach, and coaching staff, they get a day with the cup. So they take it back usually to wherever they're from. You know, if they're from another country, they fly it there. Or, I mean, you know, a lot of people are from Ontario, so it was like traveling around Ontario. So I was just looking online to see when the actual, parade was going to be. And it happened to be like the 13th, and I literally checked the day before. So I was messaging all my friends. Obviously, first person, it was like Doss. I texted Maddie. I texted freaking Royce. Who else I freaking... Chris. Chris gave me the lamest excuse. I'm going to out him on it right now on this podcast.
Chris,
you know what fucking Chris said to me?
For it.
You know what Chris said to me? I was like, yo, dude, Stanley Cup is in Lindsay. Do you want to go? He's like, oh, dude, I can't, man. And I said the parade's at 12. I'm like, yeah, let's get there for like 10:30, right? An hour and a half early. He's like, oh, dude, I fucking can't, bro. I'm dog sitting my buddy's dog until 2. Chris,
Oof.
put it in a cage. Or give it to another dog. Dog. Literally.
Dog.
I was just like,
Bark.
all right, fuck, all right, you know, whatever. And then I told my mom that I was doing this, and I was like, all right, Mom, I'll be honest, like, you're my last resort. Straight up, I'm like, you're my last resort.
And she's like, oh, nice. I'm just your last resort. That's totally fine.
We were just joking about it. But she literally ended up being my last resort. So anyways, we went up there, and we were texting a whole bunch of people, and my sister's fiance's grandparents, all right, see the train there, actually were family friends with Vince Dunn. So they went over to his house while he had it in the morning.
Oh, damn.
And they like took pictures with it and
That's
stuff.
That's cool.
She tells us as we're driving to the parade. And we're like, you couldn't have told us earlier. Anyway, so we get there, and I'm like nervous. I was like super nervous. I'm like, all right, we're going to have to like stand in this line, but I'm fully prepared. And then we were in a shop because we saw a signed Vince Dunn jersey. And I'm like, obviously it's not for sale. Maybe this guy knows him and got him signed. So we went in just looking at jerseys. And he's like, oh, yeah, they're actually having like an event. We talked to the guy. They're like, oh, yeah, they're having like a family event, you know, for only close family friends down at the lake. And we're like, oh, cool. And my mom's like, do you want to just like, we can just like go down there and just like look, right? Just like look what's going on. So we go down there, and there's a big line, and literally we were there for like 2 minutes, and he comes with the limo, and I have a video of it. That's in the video. He comes with the limo, and he has a Stanley Cup, and he's like raising it and shit, and I'm like, oh, if I meet him, I brought like photos with me so he could sign. And my mom's like, you want to just like get in line? And I'm like, what are you saying, Mom? And she's like, yeah, we can sneak in. Don't worry, sweetheart. We can get in. I'm like, bro, this is a private event. There's a list and everything. Where I'm like,
wow, so it's
Mom,
like VIP list stuff thing.
Yeah.
Who are you? What's your name? Get in here.
Well, exactly. And I'm like freaking. I'm like, Mom, we're not on the list. They start handing out wristbands and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And then she hands out a book. She's like, oh, okay, everyone sign the book for Vince. Right? So it's like, and I'm like, okay, meanwhile, we're signing this book. We have no idea. We've never met this guy. So I'm like, attaboy Dunner, you know, congratulations from, you know, my hometown, Zach Dunn. And then my mom's like, congratulations, whatever. And then my mom, you know, we're going around, people are getting the wristbands, and my mom just goes up and, shout out my mom, straight up. She said, you know, a bunch of people go up and they're like looking for names on the list, and then she looks and writes down a name. So we're like, oh, maybe we don't have to be on the list, right? So then she goes up. She's like, hi there, Lisa Dunn and Zach Dunn here. We're just here to see Vince. She's like, oh, what's your last name, Dunn? Yeah, D-U-N-N. She goes down to Dunn. We're not there, obviously. And she's like, oh, what's your name, Lisa, Zach? Bam. Get our wristbands. We're chilling. And then we get in line.
That's
I'm
cool.
like,
I mean, like, it's nice that they're just like, not on the list, get out of here. No, you can't see.
well, and then what my mom said was like, we're not serial killers. We're literally just, and we're not.
Let's be honest, we're Canadians.
Exactly. We're not coming to
who's gonna go
rob him.
Yeah.
Right? And we just got in line, and I shook his hand, signed a photo, and got a photo with him. I mean, yeah, we weren't doing anything illegal, per se, but I didn't want to put it in the video, but now I'm just like, it's a funny story.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I got a video of me and my mom explaining the story, So maybe I'll put that in here if I remember. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, we basically snuck in.
Shout out to that moment when he doesn't remember and you guys are like, no context.
You're like,
then
I
you
don't
know,
know.
then you know.
Yeah, then you know. Please make a comment and timestamp 35 minutes or whatever it's at now.
35 minutes, no video.
Oh, damn, we're at 35 minutes. That's not bad.
That's wild.
I
don't know about you right now. It is really hot in here.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
I'm like, yeah, no,
I'm
it's
sweating.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm dying too. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's why I got the windows cracked a
Yeah.
bit. But yeah, I wanted to get some. If you guys can
Canada.
tell, I was
where
so sorry.
it's too hot.
But I didn't want, like, if I roll all the windows down, you're gonna hear.
Well, the problem is, yeah, we roll all the windows
well,
down.
will
we're
you
gonna
hear
all
it?
the
I feel
thing,
like
but
you won't though.
I don't even think the windows are the thing though, because I think all like, is it even? It's kind of.
There's no breeze.
Okay outside.
We'll crack open the windows just a bit.
Sure.
Here, I'll crack it. Yeah,
It's
there
like
we go.
slightly, but
Yeah, amateur professional podcasters here.
well, I mean, we're in a car.
We're in a
so, like,
car, sweating our
that's-
balls off.
That sums that up.
Yeah. But yeah. So then, next part of the story. So I meet him. It's all jolly good. I make a video about it. Make a solid Instagram post. We get some great photos. Then, one of my actually favorite players. His name's Ryan O'Reilly. This guy's an absolute gem. I'm just gonna go on a rant here because he's so dope.
Go for it.
He is probably one of the most gentlemanly players in all of the game. Right? He averages maybe 2 penalty minutes a season. Plays 82 games a year and gets 1 penalty. He should be the Lady Byng Trophy winner every single goddamn year. But anyways, William Karlsson won it last year. This year was Alexander Barkov, which was so funny. I know you don't really know anything about hockey. So Alexander...
I know a little bit.
A little bit?
I
Okay.
know a little bit.
So I want to put just a little funny story here. So Alexander Barkov plays for the Florida Panthers. He's the captain. He wins an award for gentlemanly play, right? And he's from Florida, but he's originally from Russia or Finland. So he goes up, and just to give you guys a pretext, Florida Panthers, they don't have a lot of fans, per se. They don't have, a lot of fans, and no one comes to the games because of the location of the arena. It's a whole bunch of politics. Anyways, he wins, he goes up, and people are cheering for him. There's, 2 claps and 2 cheers. And Buddy goes up on the microphone, holding the trophy, like this. He's like, we have more fans from Finland than we do have here from Florida. Just roasts his entire fan base
Christ.
in 2 seconds.
That is wild.
And his entire just everyone's laughing in the crowd. I'm like, yo, that's so funny. You win a trophy for gentlemanly play and you just roast your entire fan base. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Anyways, flash forward. Ryan O'Reilly, he should have won, but anyways. He is from Clinton, Ontario, which is about 3.5 hours away from here. So I texted Maddie. This is about 2.5, almost a month. Oh, it's almost a month ago now, as we're recording this. We go up, we drive 3.5 hours to Godrich or Godforth? Godrich. We drive up there, super dope. We leave literally at 5:30 a.m. because we go to a fire. What is it? A fire home or
Of course,
firehouse?
now all the cars are coming.
Now all the
It's
cars are
like,
going
hello.
by. I don't know if they're gonna pick it up with this mic.
They are definitely
I think I was just me talk. Yeah.
I can't tell if it's you talking or the car, but
If we're
I guess
silent.
we'll find out later.
Totally. Yeah, I guess we'll find it when we're editing. But whatever. Cars are going by. We're on the highway, guys. Pretty much we're on a main road. So anyways, we drive up to Godrich. We leave at 5:30. The first meeting place at this fire hall is supposed to be at 9 o'clock. So we're like, all right, we'll get there an hour early. Takes 3 hours to get there, or 3.5 hours. I got there in 3 hours. Taking back roads, it's beautiful, right? It's really nice scenery. Ontario's beautiful. We get there, and we're maybe the 50th person in line. We're like, oh, sick.
It's pretty good.
We're waiting there. We wait about an hour and a half. The line gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Then, as we were going by, people say, oh, we're in the wrong line. And I'm like, wait, what? What's going on here? So people break off, a chunk of people break off and leave. And we're like, okay, we're not going to trust this sack. Maddie was in the bathroom. We're like, we're not going to trust this. Stay in this line. We're going to be okay. And ended up being the wrong decision. So we waited another 2 hours. We're circling. We actually met a very nice lady. She came with her granddaughter. And there's a whole bunch of people from the 2002 Detroit Red Wings who won the Stanley Cup. There's a guy from Clinton, Ontario who won there. Got a few photos with him. She was just a really nice old lady. Very nice. We were talking to her for a little bit, and we're like, oh yeah, we're from, whatever. We're from this town. We're just an hour away from Toronto. We go to UIT, and believe it or not, a girl behind me says, oh, you go to UIT? So does my son. She's like, oh yeah, he's in engineering. Bro, what are the odds of that happening? We go 3.5 hours and meet someone from our university?
I mean, yeah, no, it's true. That's true. You got a small world.
Yeah.
I have, you know what? Speaking of, this is the weekend of the Boots and Hearts thing, right?
Oh yeah.
So I've been seeing Instagram, Snapchats, everywhere about
Boots,
it.
People jumping off cars, going
probably
into
would never
foldable tables.
want to really go to Boots because I'm not really a country music kind of guy anyway. But like the funny thing about it is, because I thought about it at work yesterday when I was leaving when I saw it.
Yeah.
Is that people that, so before I lived in Oshawa, which is where I live now, I used to live in a smaller area called Acton. And that area there, all of my buddies that I follow, like I follow some people that I knew there on Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I see that they're all at Boots. I'm like, oh, cool. Like if I had went to Boots, maybe I could have seen my old friends.
Oh,
and then I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So then I go over to like, and then I'm like scrolling through on Facebook, and I have a whole bunch of people from NGP still, like as friends and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
Who do I see is at Boots and Hearts? Emma.
Emma Nixon?
Yeah, she's at Boots and Hearts. So
No
I was
way.
like, okay, or at least it looks like it was Boots and Hearts. It was some sort of festival, and that's like the
or
one
maybe
that's going on.
Veld. There, I know that Veld and the other one was this weekend as well, so it might have been.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm gonna say it's Boots just because I want it to be part of my story for it. So let's pretend that.
Oh
it
yeah.
is.
Oh, it's definitely. Oh no.
It's
Anyways, cut here.
100%,
Yeah. No. So she was at
And then,
Boots.
yeah, I was gonna say, and then people from Brock that I knew at Brock are at Boots and Hearts for sure, because I know that they're at Boots and Hearts.
Yeah.
So it's like friends that I have from Acton, from Oshawa, and from Brock are all in the same area. Who knows? They could be like 5 feet from each other,
have
and
no
both
idea.
of them know me really well.
Yeah.
And it's like,
It's so weird.
yeah, no. And if I were there, I'd be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And I'd
Oh,
be
yeah, I
like,
know
this
this
is my
person, this
boys.
person, this
Yeah,
person.
no, it's like, I just thought it's cool to think that like a lot of people from my past are all in the same collected area of space for a weekend or whatever it was. It was a pretty cool thought that I had.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's dope.
It really made me realize the fact that like the world is so
Small world.
small. Yeah, it's like
Well, especially in I would say Canada and
like
Ontario.
Canada. Yeah, no, Canada
Everyone's pretty
non-Toronto based stuff. It's just like you can see the same person in Oshawa that you see 2 hours down in St. Catharines
Yeah.
the same day or whatever.
Literally
like
though.
it's
Literally though.
yeah.
But yeah, no, just going back. So we were in line. Oh god.
Internal
Oh no, my camera just overheated.
too high.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna be okay.
All right, boys.
We're gonna
technical difficulties.
We're gonna switch to the phone. Hold on. See this? I knew this was gonna happen, so we're prepared. Okay. Now we're even
Ooh,
closer.
The quality of this is even.
That's what I'm saying. It's even
I
better.
like it. I like it more than the camera, to be honest with you. We're gonna just have to find out how to angle this now.
Okay. We're sorry guys. We're having some technical difficulties here. I think that's good right there.
Hold it there for a second. Let go.
Yeah.
And then, oh no, it's gonna fall. A little
Just
bit.
lift up that. Just well, hey, you know what? Just keep it like that, and we'll slouch. Yo, feel my camera.
Bro, it's so hot.
I know.
What
Wait,
is
actually,
this?
you guys haven't seen my camera, so this is I
that's
use
the camera he uses.
70. What is it? It's a Canon EOS Rebel T3i. No one really gives a shit.
Do
But
you guys want to feel how hot the camera is? It's pretty hot.
oh yeah, here, Phil.
Yeah, here.
Just reach out your hand. No, just ASMR. Reach out your hand.
Pet the camera.
Low key, some of those movies are good.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen ASMR videos?
No, I gotta watch them late at night or something like that with a couple beers or something and
Yeah.
just laugh at them or something like that.
Oh
or
god.
who knows? I've never tried to watch ASMR.
Yeah, they're interesting. All right, so no, back to the story.
Yeah, now we'll go back onto it.
So
now the
we're
camera's going.
anyways. I'll just keep it long story short. We basically wait 2.5 hours and don't get to meet him because we get cut off. But we see him come in with a big fire truck. I got some videos, and then I was like, I was telling Maddie, I'm like, that kind of sucks. And she's like, why don't you just go to like the next location? We're like, yeah, because he was touring through the town. So we drive like a half an hour to the next location.
That's smart.
Yeah. So we're like, we're gonna beat him there, and we're gonna be like first in line.
Yeah, you're gonna be closer to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, what is this guy?
No
This guy's
idea.
turning around right in front of us. And it's RAV4.
I wasn't sure what he was doing at first. He was like,
I was
pulling
like,
to the side of the road.
shit,
I'm
this
like,
guy's gonna pull us up.
coming in. Is this his house?
Oh shit, I accidentally just turned off the mic. Hello, testing. Okay, now we're good.
Testing. Big spike.
Big spike. I was eating the microphone. Yeah, so anyways, we drive to the next place. It's about half an hour away. We get there 2.5 hours early. So now it's like 12 o'clock. They're supposed to be, no. 11:30. He's supposed to be there at 1:45, and we just sit there with our lawn chairs I have in the back, and we're like 11th in line. So we're definitely gonna meet him. We're sitting there, literally an hour and a half go by, and this old like senior citizen band is there, and they start playing music. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And the song Gloria was like singing Glory, Gloria, Gloria. You know that song. That was like the St. Louis Blues like theme song after they won. So they were giving away sheets. Maybe I'll put some clips in here. Probably won't if I definitely won't remember.
Timestamp.
Shout out. And anyways, we're talking with them. They were playing music, really good music. And I really felt bad because one of the singers, like there was like an older woman, she was trying to get like all the kids to dance. She was singing "Rockin' Robin." It's a great song.
Jeez. She's
like "Rockin' Robin," do 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 do. So she was like trying to like grab kids' hands and like twirl them around. They're like, "Ew, get away from me!
Don't touch me!"
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, "Oh." And Maddie looked at me, and I was already fully committed. So I hopped over the little rope, and I like grabbed her hand. I started dancing with her, and Maddie took a video. And I'll put it here. If I don't like, please don't sue me. And so anyways, and then we start dancing and everyone's like clapping. Meanwhile, I'm in front of like 200 people, and we start dancing, clapping, all the band's going, and then I take the microphone from her, and I'm like, "Oh, Rockin' Robin," and I start freaking singing, but I only know like the chorus. So then the freaking...
You're just like mumbling.
No, and I didn't... And Maddie was freaking dying laughing. And she has a video of me, and we're crying every time we laugh or we see it. Because I'm like, tweet, tweety, tweety, tweet, because I have no idea what the fuck's going on, right?
Oh, jeez.
And, no, she has a good video of that. We got some food, we got some nachos, and we wait, again, like 2.5 hours, going through the line. We take a photo with this guy. Maddie has a quick video of me going up and shaking his hand. And what I say to him, I'm like, "Ryan, it's an honor to meet you. My name's Zach." He's like, and he was really good. He was a good guy. He's like, "Zach, very nice to meet you." And he's like, "This is my girlfriend, Maddie." We shake hands. And I'm like, and the guy's like, the guy who's like organizing, he's like, "All right, quick, hurry up. I'm like, piss off, all right? We waited 4 hours. We're going to talk to this guy.
Might as at least have a 1 minute conversation with him.
Yeah, and basically what I said, I'm like, "Ryan, I just want to let you know, I think you're the biggest beauty in the entire game. You're just sick. You're an amazing player." And he's like, "Well, I don't know about that, man. I appreciate that, but I don't think I'm a beauty." I was like, "Come on, man. You got the nice Hershey beard. You're just looking sick." And I still have to edit that video. I did like a little short clip of me and Maddie in the car explaining it the whole day. But no, it was such a great time. So I got a quick video of me shaking his hand. We got a really good photo. And Maddie touched all the trophies. I was still scared to touch. I did touch the Stanley Cup, but I don't have the photo of that. Speaking of the photo, I'm just going on a rant here. The photo was awful. I said it was a good photo, but as a photographer, it was awful.
As an Instagram model.
As an Instagram model with face tuning all my photos. All the trophies on the bottom were cut off because he had the Stanley Cup, the Conn Smythe, which is the MVP of the playoffs. He won the Selke Trophy, Frank J. Selke Trophy, which.
And he's saying he wasn't a beauty?
I know, dude.
Like,
he won friggin' 4 trophies.
Finals MVP?
Yeah. He won the Frank J. Selke Trophy, which is the best defensive forward, and he got the Prince of Campbell, which is the Western Conference Final Trophy.
Oh, that's good.
So if you get to the finals, right, you're the best of the Western Conference. And so he had all the trophies there, and Maddie like touched every single one, but I was so scared. He made me touch the Stanley Cup. He's like, "Yo, dude, are you gonna touch the cup? What's up?" I'm like, "Nah, dude, I can't. I haven't earned it. It's the holy grail of hockey." He's like, "Dude, you're here, man. Touch the Stanley Cup." So he was a really good guy, like just a genuine good guy from a small town like Clinton, where he was born, has a population of literally like 3,000.
That's insane.
It's really nuts.
That's really like a Folktown hero for sure.
Yeah,
like,
and they had there's like what's it called, like banners and stuff, like on gas stations. They're like, "Oh, congratulations!"
I love when people, when sports players or just people in general that are like up and coming in fame or even just famous in general, they like always go back to like their hometown just to like celebrate with their people, and it's like those smaller ones as well. Oh, it's like heartwarming.
It's genuine and
like,
it's good,
beautiful.
and yeah, it's really good. But that's why I think hockey players are the best athletes, right? Because
they're nicer overall. Like I would say, basketball.
Oh,
but
here we go.
Basketball players aren't really that nice. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, LeBron and stuff like that.
LeBron James.
Shout out Vine.
Yeah.
But no, dude, it was a great day. But yeah, anyways, the photo was trash because it was like cropped and shitty, and like it wasn't. The guy just literally just clicked it through, and plus everyone else got like 6 photos. We only got 1. Anyway, and then I got a couple signed.
Because that one guy was just like, he had something out for you. That one guy that was like, come on, hurry up. He's like, I don't like this kid.
And he was like an older dude too, so I bet you, in my mind, I was joking with Maddie that like the girl I was singing Rockin' Robin was with, like that was like his girlfriend or something. So I like snatched her up in a way.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Ooh, macking on these old women. I say that to Maddie, like my new job, I get tips, and I just mac hard on like 6-year-old women. I'm like, oh, it's how was your day, ma'am? And like I just mac so hard.
So you milk the tips then, basically.
Oh, I milk so many tips out of
You get as much of that.
You can't see what you're doing, but he's doing the utter milk. Yeah.
I realized we didn't have the camera anymore, so I can't do it on this side. I forgot about that. But yeah, no, I mean I get tips too at my place, but like I'm not out there like if I'm trying to just have a conversation. Like I know.
Oh no, that's what I do too.
The one thing that I do have though is like I'm actually really good at remembering faces in people's orders, because if you come in like at least like I'd say maybe 2 times a week, 'cause as long as it's at least 2 times a week.
Yeah.
And do it consecutively, eventually I'll start to get your name and I'll know who you are and things like that. I'll have your order ready on the till, probably starting cooking before you're even in the door. There's this one guy actually who comes to our work. His name's Jesse Bain. Know his first and last name because he orders all the time.
Wow.
He gets the biggest box that we have, which is a sumo size. He gets one of the sauce. It's like a kung pao thing with like a chicken and ribbon noodle thing, whole stir fry mixture.
Yeah.
But he does it. He's at least in about 5 times a week, I'd say. He's not even like that. Like he's not even like a big chunky guy or whatever. Like he goes to the gym and stuff like that.
Oh, but
he just loves
eats a lot.
He just loves walk box.
Yeah.
So he comes in all the time. We have conversations at the till and things like that.
That's
He's
good.
a pretty chill guy. Yeah. No, and I have. Oh my gosh, I have this lady Sharon.
Oh, Sharon.
Oh, she's like a 60-year-old retired teacher actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
She's really nice.
she's like
Wholesome.
the best version of a grandmother that you could think of. Like I love my grandmother. My grandmother is still like amazing in my heart. Number 1 grandmother. But if I could pick like a number.
What, number
3.
1
I'll go number 3 because I did have a second grandmother.
She's
She's
got
gone
podium.
now,
She's got
but
bronze medal.
Yeah, I'll give her a bronze one.
Sharon's got the bronze medal.
If I could pick my grandmother that wasn't already my grandmother, I would want Sharon to be my grandmother because she's so like just nice and wholesome and like, oh, I love having conversations with her in the morning when she comes on like Fridays. But like, yeah, no, but yeah. So going back onto the tips thing, so I do make tips and things like that, but I don't. So I don't like to push for it and like.
Oh, I don't
want people
I
to
don't
think
either,
that the only reason that I'm talking to them and like trying to cheer them up in their days because I'm trying to get like tips off them because it's like, I don't know. I don't.
It seems like fake in a way.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And I do the same thing. I'm like, but like what I mean by macking, I mean just like, oh, how was your day? And like I kind of play it up just a bit.
In a sense that you're just trying to friend them so they feel more
comfortable.
Yeah, more comfortable, I guess, giving you a tip. That's fair. That's fair.
That's why, because we have the jar and it says like tips for tuition.
Oh, see, well, I guess my thing is that mine's actually. Well, actually, that makes. I'll let you continue with your thing. Your thing makes sense right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say tips for tuition, and people were like, "Oh, so where are you going to school?" I'm like, "Oh, UIT, doing this and this." And some people ask about it, but I don't like. Some people look at it and then look at me, and I just don't say anything because I'm not saying like, "Oh, well, I gave you change," or
like,
Are you gonna put that in there?
I don't do that at all. I don't pressure people. I've never said, "Oh, would you like your change?" You know what I mean? Like some people, like waiters do that, right? They're like, "Oh, would you like some change when you get them a bill or whatever?"
Yeah.
But I've never done that.
That's true.
I always say, and I always make sure to say thank you very much. I really appreciate it when they put, even if it's like a dime.
Oh yeah, no,
everything
I
counts.
appreciate it all the time as well. I think everyone that does it to me is.
You're
too.
getting
It's like-
hours, and this is extra.
Yeah, no,
right?
It
It's
helps.
extra.
It helps.
So
Now, I don't know how your tips work in the sense of like, do you get tipped out at the end of the month, or is it each day whatever tips that you make you get to keep or whatever?
oh, it's,
I have like
it's each day.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
my tip out works a little differently, just because of I guess maybe the restaurant zone of it. I get tipped out at the end of the month based off of a percentage of how much I worked throughout the month and how much
Ooh,
I
that's
made
interesting.
when we got tipped. Because the way that the restaurants work, there's cooks, there's cash people, there's handout people, right? When you think about how tips work, the only person that's actually talking to the customer most of the time for the longest time is the cash person and the server, right?
Yeah.
So if it was in the sense that everyone got to take home their tips, that they make,
Yep.
cooks aren't making tips. Because cooks aren't out there talking to people, right?
Well, they're not doing the customer,
where's the money going to? It's going to the cash guy.
Mhm.
So we have to split it up evenly in a sense that makes it fair for the cooks to still get their tip out. So we take the tips that we make in the month, based off of multiply it by like how many hours each person worked in the month, taking the amount of tips that we made each day as well as a percentage based off one thing. So if, for example, I worked on like say a Monday. Yeah. And we made $100 in tips or something like that, and I worked from 12 to 9 or something like that, I'd be getting a good chunk of my tip out from that day at the end of the month, and it'll be like probably like anywhere between like $80, $90, $100 maybe, by the end of the month at that time once we've done it like consecutively for like 4 or 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I need to see the math of it again. It is.
I need this breakdown. I want you to write down this breakdown.
I will for sure. I'll go back and I'll think about it. And I'll get it all on paper and show you or try to show you. But it's pretty cool. I like it. It works for me. I obviously don't get if I was doing like a proper server job where it was like I get the tips right away, I'd be making more money off of tips. But I'm okay. Oh yeah. No, if I actually got to keep the tips that I bring in, I would have so much money. Or even just a percentage of the tips that I bring in already each day.
Like personally.
Yeah.
I think that's tough. Okay, so the way that we do it, so we have a jar, and you do it like, okay. So if I work at 2 to 10,
mm-hmm.
and someone works at 5 to 10, and then the person is 12 to 5. So I'm working with the person that is 12 to 5.
Feet are just sticking out
my feet are just hanging out here. We're just chilling. We're making ourselves comfortable. So yeah, I'm working with the person for that 3-hour chunk before the night person comes in. So I get tips for that 3-hour chunk
mm-hmm. for
the two of us. And then when the person at 5, so we divide it up as soon as 5 happens.
Okay, fair enough. So if you get like $30 of tips, let's say you split it 15-15.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And yeah. So that's kind of how we do it. And then at the end of the night, when I leave at 10, if they leave at 10, we do again if we have any tips. And we do it 50-50. The way other people do is strange. So say if there's like, the way I do it, you add all of it up and divide by 2, like a sane person. But just to call all my coworkers
insane.
They don't do it that way. They do, say if there's like loonies, toonies, quarters, and whatever. They do.
So you'll split like the loonies.
They do like loony, 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 toonie, toonie, toonie. I don't like that. I like precision and precise numbers.
That's so weird.
It's very strange because you don't know if it's going to be even or not.
I mean, like,
you might, but I want the exact number.
I agree with yours because it's just easier. Like I don't care if you get like if we have one toonie and 2 loonies. I don't care if I get like let's say one or 2 loonies, 1 toonie, and like 4 quarters or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if I get a loony and the 4, like give me a loony and the 4 quarter or a toonie, and then you can get the loon. I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I don't know what.
I'm like going back and forth on the thing.
Really
I lost my train of thought with that. It's the heat.
Yeah, we should probably wrap up soon. It's been 58 minutes, so.
I guess it's just like a lot, and we could still go on for another hour or 2.
Oh my god, dude! I haven't even got to. We didn't write anything down.
No,
and I'm so happy
you know what
with
the funny thing is about this? I remember. I think I started talking about the earthquake at like 20 minutes, and then I said we played Mario, and then we talked about that, and then I never discussed the earthquake at all in the 58 minutes that we've been in here. That's the funniest thing because I thought back to it and I was like, did I ever actually say about the
anything
earthquake?
About your trip, really?
No, we talked about like a bit of it and then we went off to it. But that's perfectly fine. This was fun anyway.
Oh yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It's been dope, but no, it was good catching up with you. We'll end it around here.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to lunch because we're sweating, we're hungry, we're thirsty.
Yeah.
We might actually just die. This might actually be the last footage of both of us.
This could be the last footage.
We might just die of heat stroke.
You know what, guys? You should leave a like down below so that we can survive because we're out here feeding the wilderness right now. We need those likes, man.
I know we need that. And
those
you know
likes,
what?
Those subs. Oh, actually, speaking of subs.
Oh yeah, we'll end it.
Before we end it, let's.
Have I had 700 yet?
Let's see if there's any difference. There may or may not. I'll reload the page. Come on, reload. Whatever. I'll just go. I can't swipe down right now because my hands are too sticky because of the humidity like we were talking about earlier.
Bro, you don't even want to look at this microphone. It's covered in freaking sweat. My hands are already sweating so much.
We're still at 698.
All right, 698.
End of the day, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, by then, I'll pretty sure I'll have 700.
For sure.
Well, when I post this, I'll have 4,000.
I'll be by the time this gets up.
Anyways, we'll end it here. Yeah, go subscribe to Matt on YouTube, the Canadian Dino. It's in my featured channels.
Oh, am I actually in the feature
Hell
channel?
yeah, dude, of course.
I forgot about that. I know.
Of course,
I think you showed me when you put it up, but I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Or you can just search it up. Yeah, The Canadian Dino
With a Y, not an I, because why not? Hey, I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We'll end it here, and it's been fun. So you guys, like and subscribe and do all that weird shit. I think it's just called the Just Chillin' podcast.
The Just Chillin'.
It's not like a regular thing I do, but it's just people will find interesting, or my best friends. I know I want to get Doss and like Maddie and Olivia and like a bunch of people on here, but I love ours. I'll be honest.
They're fun. I like them.
These ones are my favorite.
These ones are really
Not
up
to.
there.
Is it nepotism?
It's because I think a lot of it is because we literally could like if we had if there was a time frame we could do it in, like where we could actually book it off and we had enough time to do it, I'm sure we could go for 3 hours, 2 hours. We'd live stream this probably. If we got to the point where we were live streaming these would be pretty cool, I think. But
you know what we could do? We can do a regular one. Like we could probably do a weekly one with just us.
I mean, you know what? We
We
could probably do that in between stuff. I mean, when school starts and stuff like that, I'll probably be going to. Well, what I'm saying is I'll probably go to UIT. I don't know how my schedule's going to look yet because I haven't finished it fully yet.
Yeah.
But
I can help
there
with
might
that
be
as well.
there might be
Wait, have you
some
made your
sort of
schedule?
time. I have like bits and pieces of it there, but like even at Brock when I went to school, like half of my classes changed times anyway. I don't know if that happens.
Oh yeah.
At
Anyway,
UIT,
sorry.
but
Well,
yeah,
okay,
we'll
we're
talk about it
rambling.
later,
Yeah, we're going to talk about it at lunch. So like, subscribe, do all the weird shit. Just Chillin' podcast with the Canadian Dino. Go subscribe. See ya. Brent Dawson, like he's one of the chillest people.
I'm making a flower.
This is just unacceptable. What?